head funk, man. I'm an old head now, and I own it. I own the title of old head. You know what I'm saying? I got my salt and pepper coming in. You know what I mean? Like you know, once you get over 40, family, things change on you. You know what I mean? But we out here, so we gonna get started. So the first thing I want to talk about, family, on today's broadcast on this lovely Sunday. Let me bring up some stuff here. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about is our good brother Julian Brown. Now, if you don't know, Julian Brown, he was on our show like a few years back, and I believe it was like 2023, something around that area. Let me pull up this clip right here. All right, let me see. Bam. All right. And I'm gonna cut my mic off and cut this on real quick so y'all could get.
The potential of this is absolutely huge. It's just always been a matter of I need to make sure that, you know, I'm very protective of who I let into the inner circle on this, because a lot of people do just see the opportunity and want to take advantage.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's facts.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And like with your machines, like, do you have everything like copywritten? Is that patented? Sorry, patented.
Yes. So currently, my machine is patent pending. So that includes this design behind me here, as well as the next design, which nobody is seeing, which is just in my head, but it's like the industrial rendition of this machine.
He's an inventor. He actually created something he calls plastiline, which he turns plastic into fuel, you know, for cars, I believe diesel fuel and things like that. And like over these last couple of years, he been getting like real big. And he been like, I mean, like, he been in the spotlight, you know, to the point where he felt like his life was in danger. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull this up right here.
All right, listen, everybody. I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now in many different ways, and I just want everybody to know to just kind of have your eyes open. And I have my eyes open, but there's a lot going on. So I'm still working. I'm still building. Nothing's gonna stop that. But I'm just telling you guys right now, be on the lookout, because I'm under attack.
But since then, nobody has talked to him. Nobody has seen him. And nobody knows what's going on with this good brother. I hope he just went on like a hiatus or something. And, you know, because sometimes social media could be extra. Like, you know, once you start reaching like a lot of people, and he's on a whole different level. Like some of his views is in the millions, and, you know, he's getting crazy numbers on his social medias and a lot of attention. And then as you can see, like, he's got this paranoid thing. Like, you know, I seen one video, he said he's a black helicopter kept flying over where he was at, and nobody was supposed to know where he was at. And, you know, so he was like getting real paranoid. So I'm hoping this brother is just like taking a break and like cooling off or something. Because, you know, right now it's all speculation. What's going on? We don't know what's going on, really. We just know that he has not been on social media. He has not said anything. So, you know, hopefully we could figure out what's going on. But into the meantime, you know, like, put this guy's name out there. Share this video. Let people know that this brother is missing. Like, he, you know, we don't know what's up with him. And then he been saying, like, you know, he's feeling like something is off. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting weird out there. And we know how it is with black inventors, especially with something like that. Because a few years back, and this is all allegedly and things of that nature, but remember that it was like a shooter that came up from down south somewhere. He came up to New York and shot all them people in the store. And then the one black security guy he shot, You know, he actually was an inventor of an engine that runs off of water, you know, and he just happened to be there and got shot and killed that day, you know. So it's like weird stuff that goes on. But yeah, make sure, you know, you keep this brother in your prayers. And if you know this brother and you got a number, you can reach out. Let us know what's up with him, because we don't know what's up with him. And I know he was a real motivated brother, just an inventor, and he was so dedicated to what he was doing. Matter of fact, let me show you this. This is how motivated he was. Like, he was like, you know, like his whole focus was on his invention and doing what he does. And I'm going to play this for you real quick, fam.
I know that I'm not going to live long. And that's why I put every day, every hour, every minute into building, into growing. Why am I out here working on this plastic into fuel reactor I've been working on for 5 years, since I was 17? Why am I out here in 100-degree weather? Why am I out here despite being falsely accused and reported to the EPA and the IRS? Why am I out here despite weird black helicopters that turn off their radar transponder circling me 6 times at night? Why am I out here sleeping in my van, crazy humidity, mosquitoes, gnats flying in, and yet I still do it? Why am I out here despite having to drive 4 hours every time I want to work on this machine? Because when I was doing it in my parents' backyard, I blew myself up and I had to go to the hospital for 2nd-degree burn surgery. I do this because this is my mission that I've assigned myself to. I do this because I do not fear death. I do not fear suffering or uncomfortability. You know what I fear? I fear allowing an idea of something that may not even exist or happen have enough control over your entire life to where you're not even really living your life. That's the only thing I fear. And thus, I am completely set on what I want to do here, and nothing will steer my course but myself. And I am not a quitter. And now that I've set my mind on this, because I wish to liberate humanity, I wish to liberate humanity from this cycle in which we're bound by waste, in this cycle in which we're bound by division, in this cycle in which we're bound by not knowing our.
And you know, and I hope everything is all right with this brother. I know, like I was saying, social media could get to a lot of people, and you know, you got to take a break sometime. Hopefully, this brother's just taking a break, and hopefully he's not like in a bad situation, because a lot of us ride for this brother. You know, a lot of us ride for this brother, and we know that he's intelligent, and we just hope that he's okay. So if anybody knows what happened with Julian Brown or what's going on, you know, just let us know, family. I'll play the rest of this. Hold on.
I wish to free us all from all of this. And now that I'm set on that mission, I'm not giving up. And so it will happen, no matter what. Because you know what? To me, when I'm building something, I expect it to be hard. I expect it to be uncomfortable. I expect it to be difficult. You know why? Because that's the whole point. You have to suffer to grow. You have to feel uncomfortable to attribute value to what you do. So you may see this and you see a piece of metal with certain pieces of metal welded onto it, but I see it for what it really is. I see it because when I see this, I can go back in time to not just putting it together, but the motive.
No, let us know in the chat. Let us put a link in there to let us know what's going on. He has contact info on his website. All right, well, give us a link and let us know what's going on, because a lot of us want to know what's going on with our good brother Julian Brown, and hopefully he comes back out. You know, and I'm not doing this actually for clickbait. Like, I was looking at his social medias, and I'm like, yo, what's up with my man, Julian Brown? You know what I mean? Because as y'all know, he been on our show. So hopefully that brother's all right. As you can see, very intelligent guy, and, you know, he's on it. Now, I got to talk about Umar Johnson real quick, because he does stuff that rubs me the wrong way sometimes. And I'm gonna show this clip here, fam. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. He's the Prince of Pan-African. He does stuff or says stuff that rubs me the wrong way sometimes.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist.
All right, so as you can see, something happened with Umar's account. I think he said he gave his account number to somebody, and they were trying to hack into his account. So the bank closed his account, and then he called the bank, and the bank said that he never had an account with them or something. So it's a whole thing with that. And then he said, the funds, the FDMG Academy, which is in Delaware. He said the FDMG Academy, the money with that is gone too. From what I've heard, allegedly, that's what's going on. So it's a lot of stuff going on with Dr. Umar. I know his school got broken into not too long ago. And I look at it like a spiritual thing, because I'm going to show you a video real quick.
The same thing in America. You see your brothers and sisters over there psychologically confused. Some of them, not most, but some, talking about they Native Americans. I'm a Cherokee Indian. Your ass is crazy. They won't even let you on a damn Indian reservation. I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Choctaw.
Somewhere else. Why are you talking about business that's at home? Why are you talking about we're supposedly, your people, because, we Black Americans. Why are you talking about our business in Africa? Another thing, our grandparents and our elders tell us and teach us that we have Native American in us, and we have Cherokee and things like that. Some of our elders teach us that. Are you saying they're liars? So we're supposed to disregard what they say and just believe what the schools tell us and things of that nature? That's what we're supposed to do? Now, I met this couple in, hold on, is my thing on? I'm good. We met this couple, me, my wife, my daughter, we met this couple in Dubai, and darker than us, right? Darker than us. And the lady, she had paperwork because her grandfather she was a Cherokee back in the day. Now, their people got kicked out of the tribe back in the day because it was a whole organized, it was racism against darker skinned people. It was organized. The darker skinned people got kicked out of these tribes because the Europeans came there to start mixing in, lightening up the tribes. Then you had people, the Asiatic Indians and things like that mixing in, and it was a concerted effort, an organized effort to kick the dark Native Americans out. And I even seen a video where Dr. Umar said his grandmother said that they had Indian in the family. So, all right. So this couple that we met in Dubai, this lady had the paperwork. She sent her paperwork, and she said she had to do it a couple of times because the tribe kept denying her paperwork. So she was adamant about it. She knew what she was, and she had the actual proof. So around COVID time, they got accepted into the tribe because she had too much proof. They had to accept her. She got accepted, and her family got accepted into the tribe. And they're darker than us. Now, the reason why she was able to do that is because she had the paperwork. Now, a lot of us who are from Georgia and things like that, we were looking for our paperwork because we have that in our family. We have the same thing. And a few years ago, they burnt the courthouse down there where all the paperwork was at. So we have to figure out another way to get our claims and things of that nature. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say it's not no lies what we're saying. Our elders are not lying to us. And the reason why these bad things that happen to you, brother Umar, is because you're disrespecting our elders and you're disrespecting our ancestors. And our ancestors on this land, they're powerful, especially right now. Right now, they're powerful. And it's extremely disrespectful to go to another country and disrespect our elders and our ancestors like that and act like we crazy running around here. That's ignorant. And that's what happens. When you disrespect your ancestors and you disrespect your elders and don't listen to them, foolishness is going to happen to you, family. Everything you do is going to get broken down because you're being disrespectful. And we shout out the Truth Lady. Black Americans need to research about the Gullah Geechees. We know about the Gullah Geechees, and I have that in my family as well. In Georgia, Sapelo Island, Sepio Island, which I need to go to Sapelo Island because I got ancestry there, family. Yes, they did burn the courthouses. Yeah, they did burn the courthouses down. Like, we're not lying. When we say we have that in our family, we're not lying. That's what we are taught. Matter of fact, my dad's mother, sitting right here, because she used to live down here where I'm sitting right now. I was on my African tip, wearing dashikis. This was like back in the MySpace days, like 2005, 2006. And I started talking to this girl. She was from Rwanda. And she was showing me pictures. Because you know on MySpace, you could talk to like different people from different countries. And it was like real easy. It was like you could pick Africa somewhere, you know, and then, or they'll pick you and be like, hey, what's your name? You know, this, that, and the third. So it was this girl from Rwanda. And she started sending me all this information on Rwanda, showing me pictures. And I was like, damn, I didn't know Africa had cities like that. And Rwanda's a city in Angola. I've never visited there. So, you know, I start researching more stuff about Africa. That's the first time I've learned or knew Africa had cities. This was like 2006. So I'm looking up the information and I'm like, dang, you know, I want to check Africa out. So I go downstairs to my grandmother, my dad's mother. She was sitting right here. And I'm like, Grandma, are we from Africa? She said, no, we're not. She said, we're from here. My mom and my grandmother were Seminole Indian. We're from Florida. And my grandmother grew up in St. Augustine, Florida. Am I supposed to say she lying? Am I supposed to say she's crazy? All right, I'm going to finish playing this.
I'm a Seminole! And all those Indian tribes used to own black slaves. Nigga, shut up. It's the same thing in America. You see your brothers and sisters over there psychologically confused. Some of them, not most, but some. Talking about...
This is way in another country with people who don't have nothing to do with you. That's right. And that's my issue with that. And that's what it is. And I got one other thing that I have to bring up because I keep seeing this, but this isn't as important as that, but it's still something that, you know, I'm like, yo, what's up with this? So, all right, our good brother, Gillie, who has the keys to Philly, Gillie is one of the thorough, is this on? Let me see. Yeah. Gillie is a thorough cat, you know, $1 million worth of game. They do a lot of stuff for young people. Him and Wallow, they do a lot of stuff for young people in the city of Philadelphia and things of that nature. And I've always respected Gillie because, you know, from Yeah, That's Us, like I've always knew Gillie. Gillie has always been thorough in Philly. Always been thorough in Philly. Now, his son passed, and rest in peace to Cheese. He passed, I believe, last year. Or it was recent he passed. And for some reason, the brother Charleston White, he keeps coming at Gillie, and then he keeps coming at him talking about his son. Like, who does that? You talking about a man's son who died, who passed away? My thing is this, like, that's more than fighting words, but I say this because I know Gillie got hands. Gillie, please set that fight up. You have a boxing joint you do out here in Delaware, and that joint is tight. I seen Charleston White fighting one of them Beach Boy cats. So put the fight together, man. Get that in the ring. You got to get that in the ring. You got to stop, like, letting that go because, you know, I know you think, like, you know, Charleston White is a nobody, but he's a somebody because people listen to him. He gets millions of views. Get that in the ring, family. Get that in the ring. And that's all I got to say, family, for the day. That's my rant for the day. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Unapologetic No Bass. We'll be unapologetically nomadic, family. That's right.